It's late, you're in bed, the phone's face down, dark, quiet, and you pick it up. There's nothing new. You knew there'd be nothing new. You checked anyway, and you can't quite explain why. That why is the whole thing, because that urge didn't come from boredom, and it didn't come from nowhere. It was built, piece by piece, on you. Here are 8 signs your phone trained you to check it. And the last one is the reason you already knew the screen was empty and reached for it anyway. Let's look behind the screen. Number 8. That little red circle with a number in it. It looks like nothing, but red is the color your brain reads as urgent, the same color as warnings and alarms. And a number sitting inside it creates a tiny open loop. Something is unresolved, and you're the one who has to resolve it. You don't even have to know what's in there. The badge alone is enough to create a low hum of tension that only goes away when you tap. That's not you being disorganized. That's a design choice doing exactly what it was built to do. Turn an unread item into a small itch you feel compelled to scratch. Number 7. Ever felt your phone vibrate in your pocket? Reached for it, and there was nothing there. That's called a phantom vibration, and surveys suggest most smartphone users have felt it. It happens because your brain has been trained to associate a buzz with a reward so many times that it starts firing the check it response on its own without a real signal. Think about what that means. The cue worked so well that you now respond to a cue that isn't even there. That's not a glitch in you. That's a reflex that got rehearsed thousands of times. Number 6. Lock screen previews show you just enough. The first line of a text, half a subject line, the start of a comment. Enough to know something arrived, never enough to know what it means. That gap is the point. Psychologists have long noticed that unfinished information sticks in your mind more than finished information. A half-read message isn't restful. It's an open door you feel pulled to walk through, so you unlock the phone. Not because the message is important, but because not knowing is uncomfortable. Number 5. Here's where it gets more personal. You send a message, and then you start checking, not for a notification, but for a reply that may not have come yet. You open the app, see nothing, close it, and open it again a few minutes later. There's no badge driving this one. It's pure social uncertainty. Did they see it? Are they typing? Did I say something weird? And notice how the app quietly feeds that uncertainty. Read receipts tell you they saw it, but not why they went quiet. The typing dots appear, then vanish, and now you're staring at the screen, wondering what they deleted. Little signals that were supposed to help you actually give your mind more reasons to keep checking. The app doesn't have to push you anything here. The relationship does the work, and because you can check anytime, anytime quietly becomes constantly. Number 4, streaks. Daily rewards. You're on a 40-day roll. On the surface, these reward you for showing up, but look closer at what actually keeps you coming back. It's not the reward for continuing. It's the fear of losing what you've already built. People tend to feel the pain of losing something more strongly than the pleasure of gaining it. So a streak stops being a fun bonus and becomes something you protect. You open the app not because you want to, but because breaking the chain feels like a loss. And the longer the streak runs, the heavier it gets. 40 days feels like something you'd be throwing away. The app turned the number into something you don't want to give up. Number 3, think about the last generation of media. A TV episode ended. A page had a lost paragraph. A song stopped. Your feed has no last paragraph. Infinite scroll, autoplay, up next. These remove the natural stopping points. And stopping points matter more than we realize, because they're the moment you'd normally ask, do I want to keep going? Take that moment away, and the default flips. Instead of choosing to continue, you have to actively decide to stop. And deciding to stop over and over is exhausting. So mostly you don't. That's not weak willpower. That's a system built, so the easiest option is keep going. Number 2, here's the one most people underestimate. Your feed isn't just showing you content, it's watching how you respond to it. What you pause on, what you replay, what makes you comment, or rage, or linger half a second too long. Here's what makes that powerful. You forget those half seconds instantly, but the system doesn't. Every hesitation is a data point, and after thousands of them, it knows a version of your taste you've never actually described to anyone. It knows the topic that stops your thumb, the kind of face in a thumbnail you can't scroll past, the mood you're in at 11 at night. Over time, personalized recommendation systems get better at predicting the exact kind of thing that pulls you back, and in some cases, the timing that works on you too. A notification can go out when you're most likely to be free or most likely to be alone. You're not using a neutral tool that treats everyone the same. You're using a system that has quietly built a model of your habits, and it uses that model to earn your attention back. Which brings us to number one, the mechanism underneath all seven of these. Ask yourself the real question: why do you keep checking even when the last 10 checks gave you nothing? Because the next one might not. This is the most powerful pattern of all, and it has a name: variable rewards. When a reward comes every single time, it gets boring fast. Your brain stops paying attention because it already knows what's coming. But when a reward comes unpredictably, sometimes yes, mostly no, the behavior becomes remarkably hard to stop. It's the same pattern that makes slot machines compelling, not the winning, the maybe. A slot machine that paid out every single pull would be boring within minutes. It's the not knowing that keeps a hand on the lever. Your phone works the same way. It's a pocket full of maybes, maybe a message, maybe a like, maybe a match, maybe a deal, maybe a video that's actually great. Any single check is probably nothing, but the uncertainty itself is the hook, because your brain keeps checking to resolve the maybe. That's the engine. Everything else, the badges, the buzzes, the streaks, the bottomless feed, just points you back toward the maybe again and again. So here's the honest version. Your phone didn't invent your urge to check it. You're a social person who cares about the people and things in that device. That part is real and it's fine. But those urges can get reinforced thousands of times through cues, uncertainty, social pressure, and unpredictable rewards. That's what turns a normal impulse into an automatic loop. The good news is that a loop you can see is a loop you can interrupt. You don't have to throw your phone in a lake, you just have to notice the moment the maybe pulls at you and decide whether you actually want to answer it. Not every time, just often enough to remember the choice was yours. Hidden Interface breaks down the hidden systems shaping your digital life, the design behind the apps you already use every day. If you want to understand what your apps are doing before it becomes a habit, subscribe. We'll see you behind the next screen.